Round 2 of the high school playoffs in Alabama tonight. Spanish Fort and 8th-ranked St. Paul's meet in a rematch from earlier this season. Fox 10's Kerry Chow now joins us live from Saints headquarters. And Kerry, a lot more on the line tonight as opposed to their first meeting.
That's definitely true, but at that same time, Rob, around that first meeting, there was a lot of pressure, actually, as St. Paul's gave Spanish Fort their first loss ever at home on the Hill. And you can bet that even though it's the playoffs, there's a lot of, it's right here, it's all right here, a lot of heart going to be displayed right on this field tonight. Take a look at a preview. The stories told on the football field are subjective. For some, the stories are triumphant. For others, the exact same stories are bitter. Thus is the case in Spanish Fort's and St. Paul's story of Week 3.
St. Paul's beating us earlier this year at home. Obviously, that's our first loss and only loss at home. And we knew eventually it was going to happen at home. But, obviously that loss does still stick in our mind.
Both teams have, both of them, they're really different teams now. That was early in the year, Game 3, and, this is Game 12. So, there's been 9 ball games between there.
One notable difference is 6'1", 185 pounds, and playing for South Alabama next fall. Quarterback Amariel Finley sat out the first 3 games of the season, including the Toros' 31-17 loss to the Saints. Since then, he's accounted for 23 touchdowns in 8 games.
He's got the ability to make things happen when the ball's in his hands. He can score at any given time.
But he brings a little bit different style running to their offense, so that'll be something we'll contend with.
The 8th-ranked Saints crushed Charles Henderson 42-14 in round 1 of the playoffs, while the Toros beat Tallahassee 34-21 on the road.
Our 12th game of the year, second round of the playoffs, it's do or die.
This is where you want to be. This is what high school football is all about.
And this is where the stories continue. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock tonight. Rob, Spanish Fort's football program is a young one. They've only been around for a few years, but already in just that short time, Spanish Fort and St. Paul's has developed into one of the Gulf Coast's best rivalries.
Absolutely. You got 2 quality teams, and they produce quality talent. We'll see if Amariel Finley can make a difference tonight. That's the big story.
Absolutely, yeah. Huge.
Thanks, Kerry. We'll check up with you later tonight on First and 10. Kerry Chow live at St. Paul's. Here's the schedule of what's going on tonight. Second round action, as I mentioned, the 6A matchups. Rivals Foley and Daphne will meet in a rematch as well. Daphne, of course, won their first game. They're undefeated, ranked number 2 in the state 4A. You got Thomasville ranked number 1 in 4A. They're home against Strawn. We'll be live in Thomasville later tonight. 3A, 2A, and 1A matchups. There you go for those. We'll have highlights of that Leroy game as well on First and 10. As I mentioned, 9:30 we kick off our high school show right here on Fox 10. Lisa?